Hey guys, back again to the No Nonsense Forex channel, where we're hunting for profits by looking at its strategies across YouTube and other places on the internet. And we try to either automate those strategies, and if we cannot automate them, then at least we share among ourselves the best strategies that we can find, the best indicators that we can find, and good practices on trading psychology. Now, part of our YouTube channel is dedicated to automating strategies, where we basically try and code the strategy so that we can, once coded, it follows the rules that we have coded. We put it on a server and we forget about the strategy, and it takes care of everything for us. But in many cases, it's very difficult to code a strategy, or the strategy requires indicators which are not readily available. And in that case, it's also good to then look at the manual strategies that you can employ in or have in your arsenal. And a lot of people like to trade manually as well. So today we're going to look at a very powerful indicator developed by LuxAlgo, and it's called Trendline Breaks, and it's available on TradingView for free. So we head to TradingView, and in the indicator, you can find this Trendline Breaks by LuxAlgo, and we apply it to our charts. The only setting that we're going to change here is we're going to go into the inputs and we're going to change the slope from 1 to 1.6. And in the style, we want to remove the upper break and lower break because we don't want to see these signs here. We want clean lines. Now, the way the strategy is going to work is, one, this indicator is going to give us a general direction of the trend. And secondly, it will tell us when to jump on a trade. Now, the first thing that you want to see is that in an uptrend, you want these green lines to be stacking on top of each other in the general upward direction. And in a downward trend, you want these red lines to be stacking one under the other in the general direction down. Now, what we can see here is a mixed bag, because both things are happening. You have the green lines stacking on top of each other, but you also have the red lines stacking one under the others. This portion is sort of a mixed bag. But this is where we start to see a general direction, because the red lines are not stacking anymore. The price has moved away from the red lines, and now you have this green lines forming on top of each other. And this is where, once you have this and you have a pullback, then you wait for the candles to break the green line, and this is where you enter the trade. You set the stop loss on the most recent low, and you go for a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio. So this one is going to hit our TP. The price continues, and this indicator basically it looks for the tops of the swings, and then a general slope downward or the swing low, and a general slope upward based on a standard deviation or based on ATR. So now we have the swing high and we have a slope, and once the price has dipped enough and it comes back and closes comfortably above the slope, that's where we enter the trade. We set it to the closest swing low. That makes sense. And we set the take profit to 1.5. Then again, we have a swing high. The price starts to come below, and here it comfortably breaks, or it has broken enough with our comfort level that we can enter the trade here. Once again, setting the take profit to 1.5. And so on and so forth. So you have these lines stacking on top of each other. So you would take a trade here, for example. This one would have been a loss, but the lines are still stacking on top of each other. So you would take another trade here. With a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio, and this would have also been a successful trade. Let's look at USD JPY as well. Here, according to the indicator, we were in an uptrend. So here we would have taken a long position. 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 And this is where it stops because you're not taking a position here, because now the red lines are stacking to stack one under the other. So this is where it becomes a mixed bag, and I wanted to show you a downward trend as well. So this is where now the green lines have stopped to stack on top of each other, and now we're starting to see the red lines develop under one another. So here is the swing low, the price comes up, and when it exits comfortably, that is where we will enter the sell trade. Once again, our stop above the recent high and 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio. This time on a sell trade, I'm keeping it approximate, but you see that it would have been a profit. Then the price comes up again here after this, and then when it breaks this line here, then we enter a sell somewhere here. Our stop goes above somewhere here, and we have a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward, which would have been hit in profit. Then we wait again that the price comes. This is not a comfortable, this is not a good close below the line. We want a clean close below the line. This is just touching and reverting, touching and reverting. Here we would have had a good one, and this is where we would have entered the trade. Again, above the recent highs, we go for 1 to 1.5, and this would have been a profit again. We're still stacking downwards. The red lines are stacking under one another. So here we would have entered the trade again on a clean break. The stop goes above, and this I think would have been a loss, but we're still continuing following our rules, and here we would have entered the trade again on this clean break, and this would have also been a loss. One other thing, you never trade the same line twice. So if you have traded here, then you don't trade it here. 1 to 5, this would have been a loss as well. But now we see that the red lines have stopped stacking one under the other cleanly, and now we're starting to see the green lines stacking on top of each other going upwards. So here we would have started to look for an uptrend. This one maybe not, but then going forward here you would have taken an upward trade. Here you would have taken, so now here you would have taken a downward trade once again, because the lines are stacking to go down again. I mean, you can also generally sense the direction of the trend because the trend is going this way, so it's from the top to the bottom, so you can also apply that as well. But then this indicator also gives you a clear indication of when the lines are stacked one under the other, the red lines, and if the lines are stacked on top of each other, the green lines, then it's a general direction of the trend upwards, because it is based on swing highs and swing lows. So if the swing highs are becoming progressively higher, you will have the green lines stacking on top of each other, and if you have the swing lows breaking each other, then you would have the red lines stacking one under the other in a very clean fashion. Generally speaking, you should also look for the general direction of the trend from the top of the chart towards the bottom, or is it going from the bottom of the chart towards. So get a sense of which direction the trend is. The indicator does help, but then you want to enter the trend once you have a clean break of the slope, because it gives you enough confidence in a way that enough momentum has developed in the general direction where the trend is going. So this is it. Do check out my other series as well. For example, my Let's Code It series, where we're hunting for profitable strategies from YouTube and we're automating them. So we find a good strategy on the YouTube, and then we go into MQL and we automate it by coding it and testing it properly. The other series I have is on MQL How To, where I'm basically developing videos on how to do different things in MQL when you're coding stuff. And the other one that I've started recently is how to convert your trading strategy into a proper trading robot. And I will be adding step by step, how do you take a strategy and convert it into a proper EA that you can put on a server and forget about it. Leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notification button so you remain updated. Leave a comment if there is something differently that you would like to see, if there are certain things that you would want me to. I have almost 15 years of trading experience. I've seen the ups and downs in the markets, and I'm very happy to share them through this platform, this amazing YouTube platform that is available to all of us. Go check out my MQL listed seller page as well, where I have my EAs listed, which you can try, demo them for free. There are certain tools which are available for free as well. And if you want to buy one of the EAs, if you like it, you can do it there. I'll leave the link in the description as well. I'll come back with a lot more strategies, a lot more indicators, a lot more on trading psychologies, and a lot more on automation. So until next time, guys, cheers, stay safe, trade safe.